In this video, we're going to look at how to use a risk matrix. Imagine the following scenario. There has been an increase in the number of reported incidents of workers slipping on the floor of the main warehouse. How would you complete a risk matrix to assess how much of a risk this particular incident is? A risk matrix comprises of two main axes and the scores that it calculates. So in the vertical axis, what we're considering is how likely is it that the incident will happen? Well, you may need to investigate this further with the example of the slipping in the warehouse. For example, if it's in a main thoroughfare, you could almost be certain that the workers would slip over. However, if it was in a more isolated part of the warehouse, it may be less likely or just possible that they would slip over. The axis across the top asks you to consider, well, what is the consequence of that hazard? What is the consequence of the workers slipping over? You can find more details in a risk matrix. So if we consider the consequence here, you can see that insignificant would mean there would be no injury. However, in the example of slipping, I would consider that it may actually need medical attention, minor or significant. You could look at the incident reports to identify if people did indeed require medical attention. So once you've considered those two axes, the likelihood of the risk and the consequence of the risk, then you can calculate the score. So in this case, we've said it's likely that they will slip over, and it would be a minor or moderate consequence. They perhaps would require that medical attention. So we've been able to calculate a risk matrix score of a moderate to high risk. Obviously, if it had come out low, it may not require immediate attention. If it had come out as extreme or high, it would need immediate attention. You can take these scores and utilize them in other documents and reports that you would require as a part of your workplace health and safety. Thank you.